It does feel like every single day there is more and more bullish news for XRP, and today is no exception. We've got two pretty big news stories for you that directly affect the price of XRP and financial institutions. We've been talking about it a while, but it looks like it's coming on the horizon. Who's told us? Well, you're going to want to watch this video all the way to the end because this is pretty bullish. And if you're still bullish on XRP, you want to keep up to date with everything going on in cryptocurrency, subscribe to the channel, turn that notification bell on, smash a like, and let's head on over and see exactly what we are talking about. So we got this news dropping earlier on today. So this is ultimately from the European head of Ripple, and she has some very interesting to say in terms of building out, particularly when we talk about financial institutions. So this is Ripple's head of Europe, Cindy Young, and ultimately is based here in London. And she says Ripple aims to continue hiring outside of the US amid surging demand for its payments, its liquidity hub, and central bank digital currency services. Now, a couple of people did comment on my yesterday's video talking about CBDCs. Look, the reality here is what we don't want is the banks to go away and the governments to go away and just create their own token, their own CBDC. If this can be integrated into something like Ripple, then ultimately it still keeps that decentralization that goes into it rather than just a bank-controlled currency. Now, obviously, we have to take sensible steps with this. Nobody wants centralization. That's why we are ultimately in cryptocurrency. But if we can get Ripple as part of that, it could be interesting. Now, Cindy Young goes on to talk about central banks are increasingly prioritizing CBDCs amid a growing popularity of blockchain-based digital payments. 19 countries among the G20's cohort are now at an advanced stage of CBDC development. Does feel like we're going to see it sooner rather than later. And she quotes, "A lot of discussions with central bank regulators continue. We hope to announce more partnerships very soon." Young told the Financial Times here in the UK. So we know, therefore, central banks are already in discussions with XRP, with Ripple, whether this is specifically for Europe or not, or whether it's kind of Ripple in the whole sentiment. But she goes on to say, banks are the main component of the existing financial system, and Ripple's position has always been working with existing players in the system to bring changes. Again, another reference there to banks. We did see a potential valuation of about $15 billion back in 2022 after buying back shares from that Series C funding round. The company, which offers blockchain-based services, collaborated with 5 governments already. I don't know if you already know this: Republic of Palau, the Royal Monetary Authority of Bhutan, Montenegro, Colombia, and Hong Kong Monetary Authority. Now, we do know that they did the secondary sales of housing and real estate, a tokenization as part of that as they built. Now, further, Cindy Young goes on to say, we are constantly in conversation with banks and other traditional financial firms. And I think, again, just another nod in terms of what's coming. And I guess, you know, you can't deny that if you've got the head of Ripple Europe talking about discussions with banks, etc., then Ripple is definitely in the case. And she goes on to finally say that London has a fantastic legacy of financial talent and investments. Opportunity is certainly there. And in some cases, we have a lot more clarity from the FCA, and some important work is going on in terms of writing a crypto regulatory framework. So what do you think of those 4 statements coming out of Cindy Young? They're the head of Ripple Europe, all of which talking about financial institutions, all of which talking about regulation through banking. And I think for me, shows exactly where these conversations with XRP are. Bear in mind, the XRP ledger is testing significant volumes of money being moved around. I think it can only be good news. Now, furthermore, we did get some pretty interesting news around the developments of Ripple, particularly new job offers. There is currently a job post out there right now. You can see here for a shareholder communications senior manager in 3 different locations: Miami, New York, and right here in London. So bear in mind what we've just talked about from Cindy Young, and now we're now looking for a shareholder communications senior manager. Certainly feels like Ripple is on the cusp of doing something, whether that's launching an IPO, whether that's bringing on some digital banking systems or financial partners. I think it's definitely something that's going on. And actually, if you look at the current state of hiring for Ripple, there are 51 jobs, all of which seem to be very senior, and equally a significant number of engineering jobs. So Ripple really are building, and they are building significantly in their people, which I think is always a great asset to have. Furthermore, when we talk about partnerships, it doesn't stop there. It kind of feels like a roller coaster right now, but Ripple partnering, and maybe this is probably the biggest news of all. The gaming giant now accepts Ripple as a payment method. That's right, Roblox. If you've got kids, you'll know that they play it, but part of this BitPay partnership feels like it is really starting to pay off for XRP. It says that Xsolla, a gaming company, integrates XRP payments for games like Smite and Roblox through BitPay. This is big news. Bear in mind, in-app purchases, things that people can buy, all of which could be using XRP, all of which on the XRP ledger, and all of which could be tied back to a financial institution. I think it's fantastic news and really does showcase what XRP is all about. These partnerships, and bear in mind, we are still in the midst of this potential court case as well on that move with the 3 separate parts of that court case. So look, very interesting, I think, for XRP, and it does continue every single day to really start to make a difference. Current price, however, 49.11. Market slightly cooled from yesterday. There are some tokens performing exceptionally well. The rest of the market, though, does feel in a pretty downward trend, albeit Ripple bouncing off this nice little upward trend mark that we've got. Currently testing the 50-day EMA. We want to see it push through. We've got a bit of pressure coming tomorrow to see if we can kind of break through and start to hit this 100 as we come down, and definitely flip slightly more bullish. In here, not a lot of trading volume, so expect this to be quite volatile, but if we see the positive move, I'd like to see us break through and then come back down as the 200 comes to retest, and then maybe set odd up back into this kind of 50-51 cent range like we talked about yesterday. 52 is the number we're looking for a potential breakout and to up to the 60-cent line. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think of these big partnerships? Do you think Ripple are on the cusp of an IPO? I'm really interested to know your thoughts. You guys really are loving the XRP videos, and likewise, a lot of you are holding it as well. So definitely just put your opinion down in the comments and let me know what you think. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're here every day to bring you the latest heartbeats in cryptocurrency. As ever, thank you so much. My name's 2Bit Crypto, and see you soon. Bye-bye.